Good Saturday to everybody. I am going to do tomato sauce with my Roma tomatoes. I've done it with different types of tomatoes, and I feel like Roma has been best for me. I'm going to get a pan. I'm going to start boiling some water, and then I got a I'm going to call it a cold plunge pan. Shout out to my friend with Flicademic, Dale, Peace Dude, started in 2022. Follow him if you would like. I'll try to drop his link on this video chat. He's pretty awesome. So anyhow, back to my tomatoes. So I'm going to start boiling some water. I got my cold plunge, and then I'll let you know what I'm going to do. I'm most likely going to just cut them in chunks. You can throw them in a food processor. I've done both, but this time I think I'm going to cut them in chunks. After I get my onions sauteed and my garlic sauteed in some olive oil, then I'm going to throw them back in there, and then I'm going to cook them to a consistency I like, and I'll show you all this as we're going. Pause this for now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I got my water boiling, as you can see. I should turn this down just a little bit. Got my tomatoes. You score it like an X. So you're going to do each of them like that. You'll put an X in the top, and an X in the bottom. Just enough so that it will allow you to peel. It'll allow the tomato peeling to start to curl up. And then I'll show you what happens. So, whoops, that one went a little deep, but it's okay. It doesn't matter how deep it goes, just get it cut. So now I have 4 of them. Drop them in here in this water that is boiling here on the stove. I'm going to keep going with more tomatoes. I've got quite a few in here from my garden. Whoops. So I just keep doing it. Usually I do this ahead of time, but I was doing something else, so I lost track of time. So I'm going to score all my tomatoes. Throw this in here. Keep on going. So I'm going to pause this, and then I'll be back to show you what I do next. Okay, so here's what the tomato looks like. If you can tell, it's starting to peel. That's straight out of the hot water. So you dump it in your cold plunge. So right now I'm looking for the rest of them, some more of them that are starting to curl. You want them to curl pretty good because like this. This one's pretty curled because you don't want to fight the skin, and when they're not peeling off from the hot water, then you're fighting to get them off. So just do that with all your tomatoes. While you're doing that and letting them boil, I start chopping my onion and my garlic. I use my garlic press. Throw my garlic in here. I love this thing. I bought it years ago at Pamper Chef. And I get my stuff ready to go for the sauce. So as preparing my tomatoes, I'm doing my garlic stuff. So right now, these are in the cold water. I pull them out. I peel the skin off. I'm just peeling. See how it just comes right off. Just peel that skin off. If they're too hot, just set it down, leave it be. Sometimes I chop the end. I like to do that because it'll pull that skin even better that's on there. But you don't want any skin on them. You want them naked. Put them in their little bowl until you're ready for the next step, which really I'm going to peel them all, throw them in this little bowl. Then I'm going to take them back out, throw all the skin away, and I'm going to chop them up. And I will show you when I'm ready. Bye. Bye. Okay, so now that I've gotten my first little 4 peeled and waiting in here, I like to leave them in there too because it drains all the excess water off of them. I threw the rest of my Romas in the pot, so I'll boil those and then put them in the cold water plunge and then peel them and put them in there. But before I did that, I prepared my onion and garlic, which I will do salt and pepper. I'm going to throw some oil in here. I'm going to saute this for a while. And I'll saute this on medium until I get all this. I'm just gonna go ahead and start sauteing it until this is done. So it's gonna stay on until I'm done doing this, and then I'll chop them, throw them in this pan, because then my onions should be nice and tender. Which is what you want, and your garlic, and add some salt in there. I just use regular salt. And then I'll saute that, and my doggy's not happy. And then get my tomatoes in there, and I'll let you. I'll show you once I start chopping these how the size that I chopped them at, and then I'll put them in my sauteed onions and garlic with salt and pepper, and get it nice and stirred up in there, and then I just let it sit in there until I like the consistency. And then as that's sitting in there, I prepare my jars. Be back soon. So I like to do a sweet pepper. This one came. Ooh, this one's smells kind of hot. This one came out of my husband's garden, so I like to just throw different things in my sauce, because that's how I roll, and a lot of times it always come out really good. So I'm going to chop this up, saute it as well with my onion and my garlic, and add it to my tomato sauce. So I cut it in half, and I'm going to de-seed it because I don't want seeds in my tomato sauce. So I was going to show you. So this one's peeling, as you can see. I like to chop this root end of it off. I chop it off, and then this one's hot, but then you could just peel this skin right off of it. See that? Oops, I just dropped it. It's peeled. Ooh, that's hot. Peel it right off. Make it mater. Put it in your bowl until you're ready. Okay, so I have a ton of tomatoes. A ton. I didn't count them. I'm going to drain this water that's in there. Oops, not on the counter. But that's from when they were boiling in the pan. I don't like that in my sauce. So I'm going to drain it out in the sink. My onions are nice and ready to go. I've got them nice and sauteed, as you can see. So I'll chop up my tomatoes, and then I will throw them in there, and I'll let you know what that looks like here in a moment. Okay, I wanted to show you how I chop these. I just chopped them. So that's some chopped up. Throw them in my pan. You just take the whole thing. I cut it in half lengthwise, and then I just chop into it, across it. So I cut it in half first. I'll take out anything that's kind of hard, like if there's some skin that's still on them. But I love how they describe the Roma tomatoes as being meaty, because definitely meaty, and that's why they're good for tomato sauce. So you just cut them in half, chop, 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 chop. I stopped counting at 12, so I think I had like 20 tomatoes. And I used one really big onion and one whole clove of garlic. You're going to season it as you like. And then I use that one sweet pepper. I just use one. But if I want, I just do them all different all the time. Sometimes I don't use anything. So all chopped. Throw them in my pan. And then I got a fresh pan of water because I'm going to boil my jars as my tomato sauce cooks. I'm going to prepare my jars. So now I just let this sit here and cook, and I'll taste it. Show you what this looks like now. I'm just mixing all my onion and pepper and garlic in. But I like it to cook. I may even mash this. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to show you. So that's that's going to be for boiling my jars to prepare them, and then that's my sauce. It's going to be amazing. So I have the water boiling for my jars. This is my mason jar. I'm going to throw the lid in here. And I'm going to throw this in here, because I like to boil them to get them ready for the sauce. I have another one. well and let them boil. I just kind of roll them around. I roll them around in there. I'll let you know when it's done.